The kids were laughing again, their voices sharp and echoing across the playground as Liam stood frozen beside the swings, his backpack torn open at his feet, his notebooks scattered like fallen leaves, and his small trembling hands trying to gather them before the wind carried them away. One of the boys kicked a book out of his grip, sending it skidding across the blacktop as the whole crowd erupted in laughter. But Liam didn't cry. He just swallowed hard, his cracked voice silent, his eyes stormy with the pain he'd learned to hide. Liam Carter was only 10, an orphan since he was 6. Shuffled between foster homes like a piece of luggage no one wanted to keep, but he was gentle, polite, the kind of kid who helped teachers carry boxes, who always said yes ma'am and thank you, who dreamed of one day having someone look at him and say, "You matter to me," even though the world around him rarely gave him reasons to believe it. Nights were the worst, lying awake in a quiet room with the hum of the air vent, imagining a family that might never arrive. The school he attended wasn't cruel, but it wasn't kind either. Teachers tried, kids were loud, and whispers spread fast. Everyone knew Liam lived in the group home down the road, knew he had no mom to pack his lunch or dad to drop him off. And even though most ignored him, a few boys used that fact like a weapon, calling him unwanted, charity case, or orphan boy, their words sharp, their laughter colder than winter mornings. Each day, Liam walked the hallways like a shadow, head down, backpack clutched tight, trying to disappear before someone found a reason to torment him again. Sometimes he sat alone at lunch, drawing pictures of families, happy, laughing, holding hands, families that didn't look anything like his real life. One afternoon, the bullies cornered him behind the gym, circling him like vultures, one of them shoving him hard against the wall. "No one wants you, Liam," Brad sneered, his voice loud enough to echo. "That's why you live in that creepy house." Phones were out, cameras rolling, capturing the moment like some cruel show. Liam tried to escape, but Jason grabbed his backpack strap, yanking him back so hard he stumbled. Laughter exploded. Someone slapped the books out of his arms again, and another boy shoved him to the ground. Liam curled his fingers around his knees, humiliation burning through him as the concrete scraped his skin. "Look at him!" One boy shouted, recording, "Cry, orphan, cry!" But Liam didn't cry. He simply closed his eyes. Silence fell for a moment, heavy and awful. Then suddenly, footsteps. Strong, heavy footsteps echoing through the hallway. The doors to the gym burst open with a force that made everyone jump. And standing there was a man whose presence felt like thunder. Broad shoulders, military uniform, stern jaw, stormy eyes fixed on the boys with a look that made even Brad stumble back. "Step away from him," the man said, his voice low but powerful, the kind of voice that commanded rooms. The bullies froze. Phones lowered. No one dared breathe. The man walked past them, kneeling beside Liam, lifting him gently to his feet. "You okay, son?" he asked softly. Liam blinked. "Son?" No one had called him that in years. The man stood tall then, turning toward the bullies. "You look real brave picking on someone alone," he said. "But I've seen real strength, and it sure doesn't look like this." The hallway felt smaller, the boys shrinking beneath his gaze. "Do you have any idea who this boy is?" the man said, placing a reassuring hand on Liam's shoulder. The boys shook their heads, trembling now. The fear they'd tried to give suddenly returned to them tenfold. The man smiled down at Liam. "He's my son," he said. Gasps echoed. Phone stopped recording. "As of this morning, he's officially mine," the man continued, holding out official adoption papers he'd signed not an hour before. Liam's heart pounded as the man looked down at him with warmth in his eyes. "I've been waiting a long time to bring him home." The bullies' faces crumbled. Shock, guilt, disbelief flooding them all at once. Tears filled Liam's eyes, but not from pain, from something he hadn't felt in years, belonging. That day changed everything. The bullies were suspended, required to attend counseling and make a public apology. The school cracked down on bullying, teachers paying closer attention, classmates treating Liam with new respect. At home, Liam found something he never knew, a warm dinner on the table, someone asking how his day was, someone tucking him in and saying, "Good night, kiddo," with a smile that reached their eyes. And slowly, Liam began to stand taller. He drew new pictures now, of him and his dad at the park, or fishing, or just sitting on the couch laughing. When classmates asked who the man was waiting for him after school, Liam answered with pride, "My dad," because kindness had finally found him. and the boys who once laughed learned one of life's deepest truths. You never know someone's story, and you never know the strength they carry in silence.